Hey, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Breatharian world. This is Breatharian and transformational mystic Athena StarSeed. I am broadcasting live again today. It is a beautiful February day, and I'm at Venice Beach, and I'm just loving life, and I'm loving you. Today is a dry fast day. Yesterday, let me get this little thing in my ear here. Yesterday, I enjoyed some food with my beautiful daughter, Reverence. She was off, and so we had a lot of fun together going to the skate park. I broadcast a little bit of that on the timeline, and we did a lot of reading together. And one of the things I want to share with you about my Breatharian world is waking up every day, and having my daughter do this too, and writing what you want to create at the very beginning of the day. So she sat at the kitchen table this morning. She wrote, "Today I create ... And in her world, she's creating a life full of skateboarding parks so that she can commit. And she said for the next 14 days, she wants to skateboard every single day. So her daddy got her a pair of Vans, and those are shoes that can grip the skateboard. And so she's a little 9-year-old on fire. She found her hobby. She found her true love here right now, which is skateboarding. And I found my true love. And my true love is consciousness. Consciousness in any way, shape, or form. And as I live in my Breatharian world, that is a process. It is a lifestyle into which my consciousness grows and glows and expands like the cosmic ocean. So we're going to just kind of break down Breatharian consciousness in our Breatharian world. The more I say my Breatharian world, the more the world changes into Breatharian. And a Breatharian consciousness is about living a life filled with light. Living a life filled with light. And that means focusing on the light. The light within every cell. The light within every self. The light within every particle. And how to turn up that light so that we become the best version of ourselves. Right? And that's what's really important. So it is not about food freedom. Not necessarily, no. It's about expanding conscious awareness. Food freedom is a side effect of that. However, moral and ethical behavior is the true fruit of Breatharian consciousness. Right? The true fruit. Now, why am I saying that? What does that mean? Well, circumstances in life teach us contrast. And contrast is important because contrast is evolutionary. When we bump up against opposites, we can then rebalance ourselves and find out where our inner truth and our inner integrity lies. What do we believe in? Where are we coming from? You know, coming from a world of integrity means, can your thoughts, words, and deeds line up with your actions? And we need to really, hold each other accountable in the presence of that. When we write down on a piece of paper, I create a life filled with encouragement, then we can recontextualize our self-talk for self-love. I love myself. I approve of myself. I'm inspiring myself. I'm encouraging myself. I'm challenging myself. I'm filling my life with what I love, as if this were the day, the only day, one great big long day. One great big long day. So integrity is whole, holy, and complete. So this morning, I'm committing myself to living in my intentions. Right? So this morning it's about waking up again and doing what I love, walking on the ocean, on the ocean shores, right here. Right here, right now in Venice, California. Living a life of purity. Integrity for me is also purity. And purity inside and out. Purity of thought. Thinking good things about other people. And including, including the people that challenge you. Thinking good thoughts about them. Even if they're, let's say, out of integrity. Think of them as in integrity. Think of them as shifting up. Sending people good thoughts. Sending yourself good thoughts. Because there is a fine line between the other and ourself. We are all extensions of one another. So the purity is like not only in cleanliness outside, cleaning the body, washing the body every morning. I took another cold, not shower, but kind of like a bath. Washing over my intestines, cleaning my body, making myself nice and pure, then playing my chanting music in the morning. I have my rituals, and my rituals are about focusing the mind. And I light my candles every day, and I light incense, and I play my mantras. So when I'm walking around the house before I take my daughter to school, I'm hearing the chanting of Lakshmi and Saraswati and Durga. These feminine, hi, hello, how are you? What you doing? You're so pretty. Say hi. Hi, good morning. Talking about beautiful, talking about purity. You're so sweet. Yes, you are. So beautiful. Nice to see you. What an amazing doggie. She's so gorgeous. Purity, lighting the candles. The ritual points at discipline. You're disciplining the mind. You're focusing on a point of light. I light 11 points of light every morning, symbolic to light the inner lights of my soul. I'm washing my body and cleansing myself. I'm listening to the mantras, purifying the mind. I'm doing the asanas, opening up the channels in the light body, right? Our spinal column is our golden brick road all the way Om. All the way Om, the golden brick road, right? As we go upon our own Wizard of Oz, you know what I'm saying? We will pass false prophets and wizards outside of ourselves, only to teach us to return to the self. The guru is within. And we hear that again and again, and we do look to outer images for inspiration. But at some point, every single one of them will have us turn around and face our inner light. At some point in our evolution, every single guru will have us, whether they fall from grace or whether they ascend or whether it's just time for us to turn around and face our own inner light. And that's what I'm sharing with you guys today. Let's all turn around and face our own inner light. The kingdom of heaven is within. The storehouses of treasures are in our chest. Our treasure chest. Our treasure chest. Everything that we've ever needed lies deep dormant within our very being. And these wonderful lessons that are blessings turn us into our deeper commitments to ourself. A deeper commitment to myself. Every morning, I command and confirm to myself, I am a breatharian. I am a breatharian. I live in a breatharian world. And what does that mean? It means I commit to knowing that we human beings have dormant in our DNA the potential to live on pranic cosmic energy, to absorb with our chi and our skin and our cells and our souls, absorbing all the nutrients we need to survive and heal and transcend all adversity, bringing ourselves peace of mind, extrasensory perceptions, opening up our dormant DNA, being able to access all of our superpowers. Why? Because we're not wasting all that energy digesting food. And then we have the extra time. You know what I was thinking? Last night I think I went to bed around like 1 o'clock in the morning. I was kind of just on fire. I watched Going Home on Netflix. It's Ram Dass's, one of the last films that he did right before he passed. And it's only like a 30-minute documentary, but it was so extraordinary. And I really wanted to see it. And I realized what's so important to me is to have more time with my daughter during the day when she's awake. And to not leave my own soul behind, where some mothers fall so far into their children that they lose their own selves. And then when their children leave, they don't know who they are. And so I said, wow, how can I have two lives? How can I possibly give as much as I would like to give with my daughter, as much time as I can spend with her, and yet still spend enough time with my soul to constantly develop, to move forward, inward, in and up, in and then vertical alignment. Well, the Breatharian lifestyle lends itself to giving me two lives. The one life during the day with my daughter, and then I have another entire life in the evening. I have 6, 7, 8 more hours of the day. How many more years of my life can I experience in this Breatharian world when I am up in the wee hours and I don't need the extra sleep? Why? Because I'm not digesting the extra food. And that's important to understand, that when you don't eat, you don't have to have all that rest, because your digestion isn't absorbing all of your energy. And so I just gave myself back another 2 decades, right, of waking life, completely awake. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to be able to read all the books that I ever wanted to read. I'm going to be able to read them now. I'm going to be able to spend time with my daughter and read all the books I want to read. Now that for me is like bilocating. I have 2 complete lives, parallel, simultaneously existing, where I can actually get everything done that I need to get done. So to live a life of balance, I want to make sure that I am I'm tuning into myself and into my soul. That's going to feed my human, so that in my waking life, I can feed my daughter, and then I can also help my clients assist in their own transformational becoming. So I spend quite a bit of time in meditation. And look at where we are. We're right here at the Rainbow Lifeguard Stand. I spend quite a bit of time in meditation. And I enjoy that, because that slows down my frequencies. So to pack it all in, I do need to have 2 lives. So I have 1 life during the day and I have 1 life during the evening. And now I'm sleeping, like, let's say I went to bed at 1 and I got up at 6. So let's say 5 hours. And I feel amazing. And I'm going to continue my walk. I've also incorporated some business goals in my life, and that is to continue to build wealth and abundance. I'm going to put the sun here in the background. I love the sun over my shoulder. Sunshine on my shoulder makes me happy. Sunshine in my life will make me smile. So I'm doing the 21-day abundance program from Deepak Chopra. My friend Elle, who's at the Mystic Journey, she put me on her beautiful abundance group list on WhatsApp. And on day 3, if you guys are doing it, I'm sure a lot of you are, it's like going around in the conscious community. On day 3, you get to start a group. So I started my own group. I picked 9 powerful illuminaries, 9 individuals that I just really love. And I want to see them become multi-millionaires. And so every day I'm praying for them. So I put them in my WhatsApp list as my Pranic Star Body Abundance group. And every day we get a Deepak Chopra list of things to do. And then every day we get a Deepak Chopra 10-minute guided meditation with a mantra. Aham Brahmasmi was today. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. Aham Brahmasmi. And he's got beautiful music, and he's playing it in such a slow, gorgeous theta frequency. And I sat there for 10 minutes after I dropped my daughter off, and I just did my Deepak Chopra meditation on abundance. And it's about meditating on the infinite abundance in the universe. On the infinite abundance in the universe, there's infinite light. There's infinite grains of sand. There's infinite droplets of water in the ocean. There's an infinite potential and probability that anything that you've ever dreamed of can happen when you allow your subconscious mind to be your imagination's interface with God, Goddess, Creator. Now, I have a lot of gurus on my altar in my home, and I have an altar in every single room at my house. I have named my house Sound Palace Athena. It's a palace because it's where I find my richness. I enrich my soul in my sanctuary. It's where I go and I restore myself. And I want to inspire each and every one of you, if you don't have an altar, create an altar. Now, your physical body is the altar you bring with you everywhere. You know? How you dress and how you feel and how you adorn yourself. And here's my staff that I take with me, my power amulet, my object that helps me walk through, that was gifted from the river in the shape of the head of an eagle. See the eagle? The little beak right there, the eagle head? Yeah, there's two little eagles there too. But the inner altar, so within, so without, should symbolize the outer altar. And so I have altars with my gurus, and the gurus are not to say, oh, I'm worshiping a power outside myself. No, they're saying, there by the grace of God I go, before this self, already awake, ascended, fully complete, whole and holy, blessing this life. And so I'm honoring Krishna and Buddha and Allah and Christ and Babaji. Oh, Babaji, Om Kriya Babaji Nama Om, 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 Om Kriya Babaji Nama Om. He doesn't eat. He's an immortal. He is an immortal being. And I have had some incredible miracles with Babaji. I will have to find it for you guys. But there was, last year, I did a kirtan in my home, and I was singing a mantra I wrote for Babaji. And at the end of the FaceTime Live, I have this thought, like, take the picture of Babaji and like put it right into the camera. And so at the very last minute, I pick up the book, I got Babaji on it, it's all my kirtan songs in it, I hold the book up, and I hold him there for a couple minutes. And then I end the clip, and then, I don't know, 6, 7, 8 hours later, I go back and I watch the clip. And in the picture, Babaji literally blinks his eyes. He blinks his eyes. He blinked his eyes like 3 times. I mean, it was unbelievable. And I say unbelievable, but it was very believable. It was also very surprising and exciting because I didn't know that he was going to do that. But anything is possible. And I showed it to several of my friends so that they know, which was really amazing. So back again to the altar of our life. We look at these gurus, these ascended masters. Paramahansa Yogananda is on my shrine, is on the altar. And Paramahansa Yogananda has been a huge influence in my life. I read that book like 15 years ago, Autobiography of a Yogi, and things started changing for me. I started relying more on the internal landscape of who I was and how I felt internally, instead of getting my validation from the external reality. And that was a big deal, because even when I read it, I was at the height of my fitness career. So, you know, I had a Beamer and a Mercedes, and I was living in a beautiful home in Toluca Lake, and, you know, I was on radio and television, and I had all these wonderful outside things, but they never made me as happy as the sun, as the light. They never, ever made me as happy as beaming and being in the light. You just can't even compare it. You can't even compare it. You can't even compare it. So, I love you, Paramahansa Yogananda. Remember, no one really ever goes anywhere. There's only here. Multiple dimensions of here and now. And, you know, tuning into Paramahansa Yogananda, reading that book, realizing that dormant within my own DNA is the potential to have these extraordinary, exquisite experiences on the inner, and then share that with my outer reality. And so in my imagination, I have a beautiful sanctuary. I can go there and I can meditate and I can visit and I can be present. And then when I open my eyes, my home is equally beautiful. So within, so without, I've created a beautiful temple, a world in which I live and I raise my daughter, where it's filled with reverence. It's filled with reverence and respect. And watching Ram Dass last night and having him say, you know, he had the stroke towards the later part of his life. He was such an extraordinary man. He did so many wonderful things. But when he had the stroke, he said, I'm living a life of grace. I don't wish you the stroke, but I wish you the grace that I'm experiencing through this adversity. And he just had a perpetual smile on his face. And you know how that is when you meet people that are just truly, deeply, meaningfully happy. He said his life was filled with, you know, power and loving awareness. Power and loving awareness. Being born in a very wealthy aristocratic family, you know, he was used to achieving and, you know, craving power and wanting, you know, fame and glory and searching for that ultimate aha moment through the psychedelics with Timothy Leary, through the acid experiences, and through the adventures in India with his guru, Maharaji, until he came upon the shores of his own consciousness. And that's where we are. I'm sharing the shores of my own consciousness right now. I'm projecting out from my imagination this reality as I walk along the shores of consciousness and I share my most intimate thoughts with you, which are living in a breatharian world. I'm living in a breatharian world. I'm living in breatharian consciousness. The consciousness that my thoughts, words, and deeds are in alignment. That my life and my home mirror my inner sanctuary. My crystal castle in my heart cave of consciousness. I'm projecting that into this hologram. And I'm sharing that, beaming that with you, to you, through you, so that you and I can feel our ultimate connection as oneness. So if you haven't eaten yet today, join me today on my fast. This is a soft dry fast because as you see, I'm walking in the water. I'm walking in the water. I'm walking in the water. So a hard dry fast is no walking in water, no brushing your teeth with water, and no showering. But of course, I love to bathe and I love to walk at the beach. So I'm going to do a soft dry fast today, 24 hours, and then I'm going to see how I feel tomorrow. This is my reboot. It feels so good. Now, what am I going to eat today? I'm going to eat my prana. I'm going to eat my qigong. I'm going to eat my tai chi. I'm also going to do some more kundalini yoga today when I get to work. So I have been blessed with working a double today. we had one of the readers move. And so my manager asked if I wanted to pick up some shifts. And I have been doing my abundance prosperity mantra, right, with my Deepak Chopra group. And I got to pick up all these extra shifts this month. So I'm so excited about that because I love what I do. I love reading at the Mystic Journey. I love helping people. When I'm not reading for them, I'm sitting in there in a dark, beautiful sanctuary space and I'm meditating. I'm doing my breath work. I'm doing my Qigong. I'm doing my yoga. Oh yes, I just pop down on the floor right next to my table and I start doing my yoga, my asanas. You know, so I'm still in the middle of my yoga teacher training. I'm studying Ashtanga yoga and the Karunta yoga. And I will be taking my exam in, I think, March. And I'm really loving it. It's been 1 year of immersing myself. Now, I started my love affair with yoga about 4 years ago when I lived in an Indian ashram in Culver City with Tapas Yogi Nandi. And we woke up every morning and an hour and a half we did our chanting, our mantras, our meditation. We walked an infinity loop and we lit candles and we chanted to Shiva. And that was all before we put one pen to the paper, before we typed one letter on the computer, before I did any research on any yogis or saints. We gave our souls first awareness and attention to the divine. And Tapas Yogi Nandi taught me, if you can think with the mind of God, why wouldn't you bring that into your daily work? And how do you do that? You prime the pump by giving your devotion and surrendering your ego mind through the chanting and through the yoga and through the mantra to the mind of God, so that the mind of God comes with you as you address your day. And that just makes sense, right? Because it's your higher mind. God and I are one. You and the divine are one. We are connected. And if that's like, do you remember when we had dial-up internet? Like do-do-do, and we'd have to dial it up. Well, when you're doing your practice in the morning, that's when you're connecting. Yes, God is always in you, no matter what. You have a superconscious that's always running things, even when you don't know that it's running things. But you also have a subconscious that's 95% of what this reality is. And if you know that you're the creator of your reality and you'd like it to be more prosperous, or if you'd like it to be more filled with love, or you'd like a significant other, then you do have to surrender your egoic mind, that 5% of the conscious mind that's acting like it's running the show, to the mind of God by doing those practices and those austerities. And for me, it's the highest joy. It's my favorite, if I could say I have a favorite part of the day, because now my day is one big meditation. But I do love the mornings. It's quiet, it's dark, I have the candles lit, I'm tuning my mind and my heart and my soul up to the Breatharian world. I'm seeing this world shifting over to a Breatharian lifestyle. And what does that mean? I'm imagining a Breatharian world every day a Breatharian world. Think about it. All the animals are free to live amongst the humans. They're not livestock. They're not slaves doing work. They're not a food source. All the animals are free with the Breatharian world. Think about that. All the time we save, not having to farm, not having to shop. All the money we're going to save, not having to spend it on food and restaurants. And all the time we're saving without having to cultivate all of the food and all of the dishes washed. All of the time that we earn back to have our second life, to study something new, to read all the books on your shelf. I bought so many books. And then when I had my daughter, I'm like, when am I going to have time to read these books? And then the light shines. Oh yeah, then the light shines. And you say, today is the day that the Lord hath made, and I will rejoice and be glad in it. I will rejoice and be glad in it. I am glad in this day. I will rejoice The light of my life. The light of my life is the light of my soul. I live in a breatharian world. I'm breathing in the prana. I'm soaking in the ocean. My feet are being baptized by the water droplets. And you know what? Every day, my spirit is lighter and brighter. Every day. Every day, every day, every day. And I'm not saying I don't have down days because, there are ebbs and flows in every consciousness. However, the less I eat, the happier I feel. The lighter I feel. The lighter and the brighter that I feel. And those of you women out there, I will tell you that right before my period, I'm super duper sensitive, hypersensitive, hyper psychic. I feel everything. I can feel everything 10 miles away. I can feel people's energy. And it's so intense. However, when I'm not eating and I choose to sit and meditate, I can send love and light to the energy in my community instead of being drained by it. And that's a better use of my frequency, right? Is to take the overflow glow and feed it back to the main frame. We are the lighthouses of our life. We are the lighthouses. We are the lighthouses. Keep your house light. Keep your shine bright. So I live in a breatharian world. I'm walking in a breatharian world. In the next 10 years, a tenth of the population will be breatharians. A tenth of the population. So we're going there anyway. We are going there anyway in all ways. People are naturally just wanting to eat lighter. And what will we do? We'll just create more and we can spend more time with our loved ones. And that's what's incredible. The less I eat, the less I want to be in, kind of a passive mode. I want to be more of a creative mode. I love YouTube. I love doing research. I love watching videos. I love watching documentaries. However, the less I eat, I actually want to make documentaries. I want to make videos. I want to write poetry. I want to write books. I want to create more. Instead of absorbing content and digesting content and purchasing content, I want to create content. You see what I'm saying? And the content right here, right now is my giveaway. It's my giveaway. It's my flyby. It's my offering. It's my love. It's my light. It's my life. It's walking in the light. I'm walking in the light. I command and demand the light shine bright through every single person's inner sight. Allow them to feel their holy might. There's joy. Joy, joy, joy. So I'm going to be doing another Breatharian retreat here in Sherman Oaks, California. You guys are all invited. It's going to be in March. I am taking February to go deep, deep, deep within my own soul and my own practice to prepare myself to have another retreat, but to go deeper. And this one is going to be really great because I have a new partner. I'm doing the next Breatharian retreat with Jerome Shaw, who is an incredible being. He finished the last retreat that we did in January, and he has been over 16 days, no food, no water, on the dry, and is reading the Kabbalion, which I recommended for everybody in our last retreat. The Hermetica, the Kabbalion, the Emerald Tablets, the Upanishads, the Bhagavad Gita. These are the holy texts and the holy scriptures that plant golden seeds in our garden mind, right? You want to think godly thoughts, read the scriptures of the gods. The scriptures of the gods are fruitful. They will bear much fruit in your mind and your soul. And that Garden of Eden will grow all over this big, great, glorious planet in this Breatharian world that we're creating. We're creating a Breatharian world. So how do we do that? How do we do that? Repetition. Repetition is the inner doorway to the subconscious mind. Habit and repetition. Discipline, what we do every day on a daily basis, is the way into our Breatharian consciousness. That and reprogramming our subconscious mind. So I want to inspire each and every one of you to make your own subconscious recording in your own gorgeous voice, because your soul changes most when it hears your own voice, hears your own sound. The holiest sound, the holiest instrument that each of us has is our own voice. So I have recorded my own dream card, and I had in the retreats everybody record theirs in their voice so that they could listen to themselves say what they were here to do. And twice a day, in the morning and the evening, when they go to sleep and when they wake up, listen to their voice in training them, conditioning them into their highest use of this life force. Now, this is something I've been doing for over 25 years. I did this in the boot camp when I took 40 people to Costa Rica. We did a Costa Rican retreat. I had everybody record in their own voice at the top of a mountain in Costa Rica with their favorite music playing, their dream card. And the people that listened to that in Codement actually achieved everything on their recording. Why? Because you're programming yourself. The only thing between you and self-actualization is a virus called doubt. It's just a virus. So defrag your hard drive. Get the doubt out. Get the doubt out. Get the doubt out. Get the doubt out. You know, those doubts are there to be looked at and laughed at. Ha ha ha! I laugh in the face of my doubts. I laugh in the face of my adversity. I am challenged by my reality, and yet I always succeed and learn and become a better person from everything that's ever happening. And I'm taking you with me. And I'm taking you with me. And I'm taking you with me, because we're all connected in this beautiful, brilliant, glorious Breatharian world. I'm taking you with me. We all go together. Do something that you love today. Do something that you love today. So I'm going to gift you, I'm going to write in the sand a beautiful word, a word of the day. Can you guess what I'm writing? Can you guess? Can you guess? Can you guess? Can you guess? If you write it, it'll surely happen. All right. This is for each and every one of you. Here we go. Can you see it? Fun. Dance. Abundance. 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 That's it. Abundance. 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 This is abundance. This is an abundant Breatharian world. It's abundance. I'm sending you abundance. May you receive monies, gifts, an inheritance, relationships, opportunities. May you receive abundance today, known and unknown, expected and unexpected. May you receive abundance, abundance, abundance. La la la, abundance, abundance, abundance. La la la, abundance, abundance, abundance. Yes, yes, yes. It's written in the sand. It's written in the sand. Abundance, abundance. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. May the waters wash upon the shores of abundance. I'm going to stand in front of the word. Abundance. Yeah, we have the ability to create abundance when we write things down. So let's talk about the practical application of creating our reality. As I said this morning, I woke my daughter up. The last 3 days, I've been having her write down on, those line papers where you practice your handwriting. I have her write down, today I create, ... And she's been doing a lot of creating. I create that I skate at skateboard parks every day. Today I create, I play with my wonderful friends. Today I create. And then after that, she writes down 11 things she's grateful for. She's grateful for her skateboard. She's grateful for her guinea pigs. She's grateful for her mommy and daddy. She wrote down she's grateful for her new shoes. She's grateful for her beautiful room. She's grateful for her toys. And so this is a threefold, right? So number one, she's creating her reality, writing down what she wants to create every day at 9. Number two, she's learning how to spell, because I write on the scratchy board the words that she has a challenge with, right? So she's 9, so she's got sight words she's got to practice, but they're going to be inside of her Today I Create. And number 3, she's working on her handwriting. Her handwriting is getting better every single day because she's writing down. She's journaling at 9. She's writing down the things that she wants to create. Now, how important is that? Right? I just realized, I'm living in my own mystery school. And as a transformational mystic, I typically have been trained to work with adults. The last 25 years, I have been committed to the work of transformation. So I started that when I was 18. Gosh, 1989. Wow, that's a minute ago. Maybe it's 30 years. And I looked at the human condition and where it was stuck. And you can absolutely see it as a personal trainer because the subconscious mind is the body. And if people have extra body weight or even injuries, you can read that as blocks in the cosmic flow. And so now as a yoga practitioner, and I'm looking at my own blocks in my flow, when I do the yoga and I do the fasting, I can open up the flows. And so I'm training myself and I'm training myself as my clients, and training my clients for the last 30 years, that has prepared me to be a mother, to train the most important soul in my life right now, which is my daughter Reverence. And so I want to give her the best of me, the best consciousness, the best intelligence, the best wisdom that I've come across in this lifetime. And that is that God is our imagination, that we create our own reality, that writing things down on a piece of paper brings them into this dimension, that being positive has an effect on your aura and it makes you more magnetic. Being in integrity is about really course correcting when you feel out of alignment. And if you're out of alignment, you'll attract people that are out of alignment, and then you can also course correct. So everything serves the whole, right? If there's crappy people in your life, grow roses. Take that crap as fertilizer and create something sweet smelling out of it. That's what I'm saying. When I look at people in my hologram that challenge me, I can look at myself and say, hey, where can I speak my truth? Where do I need stronger boundaries? Where can I get more committed to my practice to accept, allow, transcend, and include everybody on their path where they're at? And that is what I can share with my daughter. She can see the living example of my life. Not just one of those people that just says, do what I say, not what I do, but a parent that actually lives and walks the talk. Walks the talk. We have to walk the talk. If I'm in the fitness game, I'm up every day, I'm exercising. You can see my lifestyle. I'm broadcasting that. You see what I'm saying? Now, this is a huge influence, because I have my daughter and her father, and on our family day, I got to organize our play date, and we all got to do yoga together. We all got to write our dreams. Today I create out. We all got to do our abundance Deepak Chopra meditation. I got the Papa Bear on the same program. I'm sending him the 21-day activation by Deepak Chopra. We're on day 4. It's February 4th. We're on day 4. 4, numerology is about building, sacred geometry, structure, accountability. Those of you who are in the free flow and you have issues with discipline and structure and accountability, just gamify it. Make it fun. And then you can get into it. I realized that my daughter, she was struggling with reading, so I started singing to her the words, and then doing plays with her. So she got a bunch of markers, she stacked them on top of each other, and she said, my staff will create my reality, and my staff, and she had all the markers. And then I said, okay, now spell staff. S-T-A-F-F, my staff creates everything in my reality. And she was singing and dancing, right? So we have to somehow make it fun. Make it for your inner 5-year-old. Figure out how you can create a game to discipline yourself. I sing in the shower. When I do that freezing cold shower, I'm like, guru guru wahe guru guru ram das guru 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 wahe guru! Really loud. Wow! Freezing cold, freezing cold. Sing it out. Get that shower in. We get to make it fun. This is the romper room of our reality. That's what I'm saying. And that's exactly what I did in my early 20s when I took the boot camp outside. I gamified fitness. I made everybody wear costumes, which were their uniforms. I had them play with compasses and maps. I had them go on secret missions like James Bond, in teams, Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, Delta. And as they played, they forgot that they were working out because they were playing, and they ended up losing weight. Side effect, weight loss. Got off their medications, didn't have to go to the doctor as often, healed their dis-eases, got back into their empowerment, wrote down their dreams, hung out with their friends, ate healthier food, had a bunch of fun. And that's what I'm doing now. I'm going to do the same thing in March at the Sound Palace Athena. I'm going to take about 8 people. I'm going to bring them through the Breatharian process. We're going to go little by little. So we're going to be doing, liquids, and then water, and then some dry fasting, and then come out together. But it's also going to be a lot of Qigong, Tai Chi, a lot of meditation, and a lot of soul searching to get you back on your ultimate destination, which is your soul purpose. So I will be reading for everybody at the retreat. Everybody's going to get a soul reading. And basically you just bring your sleeping bags, you take off. It's a glorious time, because to be with a group of people that have the same like-mindedness, to go into their own inner sanctum and say, hey, let's take a break from the outside world, let's take a break from media, let's take a break from food, and let's just go deep and find out, why are we here? What are we doing? Who are we? And what are we going to leave behind? Right? This life is a gift. And we keep giving this gift every day that we're present. Every day that we show up on this planet, in our Breatharian world, we're present. We're the present, we're the gift. And so here we go, look at that. Can you guys see it? It's the Ferris wheel behind me. These are my 5 miles. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see it? Did I put it up high enough? Let's see. I don't know if you can see it. That's the Santa Monica Pier. So walking from Venice to Santa Monica, I'm just playing and I'm praying, sending out love, light, happiness, consciousness, infinite bliss into this Breatharian world. I just want you to know I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love each and every one of you. Thursday, I'm going to be doing a live broadcast with Jeremy Shaw from the Sound Palace Athena. We're going to have our Breatharian meetups in Sherman Oaks, California. So if you guys are local and you would like to get into a Breatharian community to talk to other Breatharians, it is a $20 fee to come to the lecture, and we are going to be teaching the Qigong and the Tai Chi. We're going to be doing a sound bath. He's got the shakuhachi flute, and I'm going to be doing some crystal bowls and some chanting. Awakening comes in all different ways for all different people. Selfless service, we're going to be feeding some people down at the beach in March. We're going to be doing that as our giveaway. Fasting and feeding, it feels so good. We're going to be feasting on prana and feeding the homeless here in Venice and making our life a glorious contribution. It's how you give your life back. That's what it's about, And just watching all the tributes to Kobe Bryant and the coaches that passed away and the children that died and the family members, and wow, we look at a life well led. Kobe Bryant, he burned his candle all the way down to the end. I mean, he used up all his life. He actually gave it his best. What an extraordinary example in so many categories. As a father, as an athlete, as an entrepreneur, as a humanitarian, as a philanthropist. I mean, he left a huge soul impact on this world. And let that inspire each and every one of us to wake up every day and give our best to the day. We are all Stradivariuses. We are all carved in the image and the likeness of Creator. And to tune ourselves up should be our highest joy. And our greatest effort, that's where it should go, to beam like the sun. To beam like the sun. So I'm going to say a little prayer here, thinking about Kobe Bryant and thinking about the families that were lost and thinking about how we can connect to them, the children and the wives and the husbands that were left behind, to praying for them. Let's take a nice deep breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. From the point of light within the mind of God, let light stream forth into the minds of men. Let light return to earth. From the point of love within the heart of God, let love stream forth into the hearts of men and women. May the Christ return to earth. In the center, where the will of God is known, let the center guide the little wills of men and women, the center which the masters know and serve. And may it seal the door where doubt dwells. May the plan of love, light, and power restore heaven on earth. Archangel Michael, Gabriel, Uriel, Raphael, Father Sky, Mother Earth, from the point of light that connects us all, please be here in the sacred circle of light. Please, we send love and light to the family members that were left behind. We send love and light to the souls who crossed over. May they continue to bless us like angels from heaven and give us that good, glorious, gracious light. May we remember their lives as luminaries on this planet, as contributors, as lighthouses. And may we take that light and imbue it in our own soul and spirit and share it with the world. Om, Om, Om. Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. blessings and light. Stay tuned.